On June the 21st, 1823, 13 members constituted what became the First Baptist Church of Covington, Georgia. Roots were established in this historic city, and the Lord was faithful to sustain this church through many blessings and challenges for the next 85 years. And then, on July the 19th, 1909, the cornerstone was laid for our historic sanctuary. The second century of ministry saw tremendous growth at First Baptist, especially in these last 25 years. The sanctuary was renovated and expanded, and over time, education, children's, youth, fellowship, and office spaces were added. Just think about this rich history: the lost saved and baptized, believers growing in faith, marriages cultivated and strengthened, ministers called and trained, missionaries raised up and sent out, new churches planted, and a historic downtown campus that continued to thrive. As Covington and Newton County exploded with growth in the early 2000s, First Baptist determined to remain here, downtown, in the city, for the city. So now, in 2023, as our 200th anniversary dawns, and as our area continues to grow and change, we stand at a pivotal moment of celebration and opportunity. First Baptist has always existed to glorify God by making disciples of Jesus Christ. In recent years, God has knit our hearts together as we developed a vision of being a church that is rooted, reaching, and replicating. Rooted in Scripture, prayer, worship, and the church. Reaching through personal evangelism, biblical hospitality, and community engagement, church planting and global missions. And replicating through family and personal discipleship, small groups, and leadership development. From the lost to the new believer, from the de-churched to the unchurched, people are looking for truth, for hope, and for a place to belong. God's design for His kingdom to advance is through His church, a deeply rooted, ever-reaching, always replicating community of true biblical faith. As part of this new vision, we've introduced the Growing Together initiative, a plan to unite our multiple services together and invest in our future by building a new, enlarged worship space. The Lord has blessed us with wonderful facilities throughout our history, but we also have some clear challenges to current and future ministry growth. We desire to expand so that we can gather and worship as a unified body. Our current space does not allow the entire church to gather and worship the Lord in one place. Our multi-service format is challenging for intergenerational church growth and health. We have an amazing opportunity both to unite and grow with a new and larger worship space. We also want to create space to cultivate fellowship and improve the flow of our campus. Hundreds of people fill our church each week, but our current hospitality and lobby space limits our ability to cultivate fellowship among our church family and become a welcoming space for new people. Many new people are often confused by our campus and have difficulty navigating disjointed and congested areas. We want to create a safer and more secure entrance for our children and an inviting space that allows for greater fellowship, better handicapped accessibility, and improved church campus flow for members and visitors. Finally, we want to make room to reach a growing community with the gospel. The population growth, economic development, and demographic change coming to our community is remarkable. Whether existing or new residents, our community desperately needs a faithful, gospel-driven church. Growing Together is a part of our strategic plan to make disciples of all nations. It's about us having the ability to reach more people here, now, and in turn create a healthier, thriving engine for community outreach, church planting, and global missions in the future. A healthy, growing, united church can do more than we've ever done before. For 2 years, we've worked closely with our architects to create an initial design for our campus that solves many of the challenges we're currently facing. It is a beautiful new building that ties our other buildings together with elements of both historic and modern architecture. A large lobby space connects the worship space, children's areas, and educational space, and provides for better circulation, creates intuitive wayfinding, enables opportunities for gathering and fellowship, avoids congestion and improves flow, and makes this part of our campus much more accessible. Finally, it creates a worship space that accomplishes our growing together vision, a place where our entire church family can worship together. With space for up to 1,000 people, there is room for us to be together and room for us to grow as we reach our community for Christ. A blend of traditional and modern aesthetics, it's a beautiful, warm, inviting, and reverent space. The Lord has guided our development of these plans this far, but our prayer has been that He will continue to show us His will, give us His wisdom, and unite our hearts as we move forward. It is a big vision, but we believe that if this is the Lord's will, He will provide as He has again and again, prompting our church family to all participate in generous, joyful, cheerful, sacrificial financial stewardship to see this vision realized. These are truly exciting times to be a part of the First Baptist Covington family. And if you are already a part of our family, we hope you will continue to invest your life in what God is doing here. If you are not currently a part of First Baptist, we want to invite you to come see and hear what God is doing in this historic church. Let us all pray that the Lord will be glorified, lives will be changed, and our church united as we continue growing together.